Hey, AfterBuzzers, we are talking Below Deck. It's finally back, season 4, and spoiler alert, Kate is a lesbian. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
I just want like a pina colada.
Yeah, strawberry daiquiri, margarita.
Yeah. Oh, I'm excited for this season. Hey guys, what's up? You got us Below Deck superfans back.
Hey!
It's Angela Struck here. You can find me on Twitter at @theAngelaStruck, and my lovely host here, Madison Conklin.
Yes, thank you, Angela. Hey guys, it's Madison Conklin here. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Maddie Says This.
And Michael Rips will be back with us next week. He's in London.
Yeah, he's just setting Europe right now.
Yes.
So he can't be with us today because he's high society. No, I'm kidding. But no, yeah, he's been having a great trip in Europe and seeing all the sights that people dream of. So
Yeah, it's awesome. We're excited to have him back next week.
Absolutely.
But we are excited to be back and be talking Below Deck. Now, not the Med. Now we're in the Caribbean.
I feel like I'm kind of cheating on Below Deck Med.
I know. It's
like
so
I have
funny.
a guilty conscience that I'm
do
talking
too.
Below Deck,
I
not the
know.
Med. So
I know.
much love to Below Deck Med.
So I actually watched the show Below Deck, not the Med, previously. You're a bit newer to it, which
I
is
am
great
new,
to
yeah.
see both perspectives.
Yeah.
So the people that have returned that we know, Ben, who we know from
Chef
the Mediterranean,
Ben, love you.
Captain Lee.
Captain Mark is so much better. I'm just going to be comparing this entire season. But yeah, Captain Lee is a stickler.
But see, I love it. It makes for great TV. He's very intense and very serious, and nobody kind of wants to mess with him or disappoint him. So I'm happy to see him back. And then, of course, we see Kate come back, who says it's her 3rd season with Captain Lee. I didn't realize it had been so many seasons that they've done together, but I'm very happy that she's back. And we find out, because as I was telling Maddie, for those of you who haven't watched and maybe watched Below Deck Med and are just joining our show of the regular Below Deck, Kate and Ben had hooked up previously.
And it seems like there was a lot of chemistry and Ben kind of longing for her. Like he missed her.
And he's really jealous of her new relationship.
Which happens to be with a woman. Not a man.
Yeah. So this is really super interesting because she's never somebody that's like played around with that before.
Right.
And she kind of didn't, she said, I'm not a lesbian. I'm just kind of.
She said she went into the closet real quick, changed her outfit, and came right back out. Which to me, like, I get people experiment all the time. But yeah, and Ben brought up a good point. He's like, you don't just change your sexuality at 32. So maybe it's an experimental phase, but like, kind of just seems like. She's like, I'm not a lesbian.
It kind of seems like maybe it's the flavor of the month.
Yeah.
And, you know, she just wants to try a little something new.
Which is totally fine.
You know?
Yeah.
And
to me, it's kind of not like super negative, but kind of like I don't know, kind of disgracing the LGBT community, because she's like, oh, I just went in really quick, changed my outfit, and came out. You know, like
I see what you're saying, but I also think that, you know, somebody can be infatuated with a person.
That's true.
You know what I mean? And she kind of said like, oh, like, I guess it just speaks to how amazing this girl is because I've never been interested before.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying, because
and I don't know if disgracing is the right word, but it's kind of like a one-off to the LGBT community. You know,
who take it very seriously to come out and everything.
Yeah, it's a big thing.
Yeah, I think she's just having fun. So like, I'm excited to see what happens with it.
Girl,
we see in the previews that Ro comes on the ship, so this seems like
Ro
this
is the
gonna
girlfriend,
be very juicy.
Yeah.
But anyway, we also see Kelly has returned, who Maddie's already carried away as her new Bobby. He is gorgeous.
Sorry, Bobs.
He was gorgeous last season. I think he's even better looking. Like, his eyes have gotten bluer. His muscles have gotten bigger. His smile has gotten more brilliant and shiny. So I'm into it.
I'll drool over him. I don't mind.
Yes, he's a pleasure to watch. As Hannah said on the last one about like Bobby, like you could just sip and observe for hours.
Drink a cup of tea and watch him for hours. Yeah.
Yeah, but it seems like he's interested in some of the new members that we have. A lot of A lot of new people.
Yeah.
So we've got
Sierra Storm,
who comes in late.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Maybe we start from
So we'll go to her at the end.
Yeah.
Okay, so we see Emily walk in, who's this little adorable Brit party girl who seems like she's going to be a lot of fun.
Yes.
And already had Kelly's eye. The second she walked in, he was kind of like, ooh, okay. I'm going to be in trouble. Then we've got Nico from Chicago, who's one of the junior deckhands, along with Lauren, who's from Melbourne. It's interesting that they brought in a bit of an international flair.
Yeah.
I wonder if they kind of were like, oh, people like the Mediterranean for that international flair.
Exactly.
And the accents and everything.
And the accents, and they're just like everything they say, whether it's like, I hate your guts, it sounds so pretty and
better.
polite. And yeah, it is. It's just so much better.
So we've got the Aussie and the Brit, and then we've got Trevor.
Who, no, boy, bye. I'm done with him already. He's just so like douchey, condescending, thinks he knows everything, and you don't. And you're not the bosun.
Yeah,
that's what Kelly.
The bosun. Yeah, so
you.
he is the senior deckhand. I'm getting a bit of a Brian frat boy, douchey vibe.
Total douche, like douchey frat. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
You nailed it on the head because I was thinking that. I'm like, this is totally the SAE Brian that we saw in Below Deck Med.
Although, okay, we'll get to Trevor later, I guess, because there was a lot of weird stuff going on. Or let's get to it.
Yeah,
okay.
we're talking about it now.
He's very arrogant. We're talking about the douchebag vibe. But then there's some weirdness going on. They showed the footage of him picking his nose and eating it in his bedroom.
Which, hey, benefit of the doubt, maybe he's like in a deep sleep and like was dreaming about cupcakes or something, like licking the frosting. But no, he definitely, hey, I'm just playing devil's advocate. I think he picked his nose, was conscious of it, and eats it. It is so disgusting.
In what world does a human being over the age of 2 years old pick and eat their boogers?
Oh, God.
Ew, it is probably the most disgusting thing I could imagine anybody doing.
Ew.
So it's kind of scarred. You know, I'm scarred from him now. There's no way I could possibly like him. And he came on and he was like, I was a model for Paul Mitchell.
Yeah.
I was a this, I was a that. It's like, dude, get over yourself.
God. Like,
yeah.
Ew.
You pick your nose and eat it.
Give us a reason to like be like, oh my gosh, you were a model. Like, that's awesome. Like, right off the bat, okay, no. Bad taste in my mouth. And literally, bad taste in my mouth. And you picking your boogers.
Yeah, I think anybody that gets on, Emily also, we saw, is very intelligent, comes from a good family. They showed that she went to like a high-end prep school
was
in
going to
London.
go to Cambridge.
Was going to go to Cambridge. Huge deal. Yeah. For those of you who don't know, it's like the Harvard of the United
isn't that
States.
Where Prince and Princess went?
Yeah. You have to be really elite to get into those kinds of schools in London. It's not even like you can just get a great SAT score. No, you have to be from a good family. You have to also get the grades. It's a huge to do. So the fact that she was on that level, it's like she's very established.
She's
and whatever
higher up than anyone.
And she doesn't come in like with an attitude and everything.
Exactly.
And he's already.
And maybe that's his insecurity, and he's trying to prove something and be something that he's not.
Totally.
Nailed it on the head.
Yes. Freudian.
Seriously. So that's Trevor for you guys.
That's Trevor, but that was just, I don't know. That really turned my stomach in so many ways. I don't think we're going to like him.
He's going to be, I think he's going to be the new Danny. He's going to be a root.
/ Brian, though, because Brian was the bossy one.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people got pissed at Brian as a result. And I feel like he's already, they're kind of saying, treating them as the greenies, treating them like they don't know what they're doing.
But everyone's been doing yachting for over a year. That's on the deck.
Yeah, I will say it seems like everybody is pretty experienced. Sometimes in the past on Below Deck, I feel like they've hired people that they think will be interesting for the show, but they're not actually great on the boat.
Yeah.
Like they've never worked as their position previously. These people actually seem like they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
So that's good. And then we see that so we said Lauren, who seems just sweet. We haven't seen a lot of her yet.
We didn't really get to see a lot of Lauren. So
she seems like she knows what she's doing, whatever.
Hard worker.
And then we have Sierra Storm, who comes in late.
Like a hurricane.
How do you miss a plane?
Okay,
Like,
and
can
her
somebody explain
reasoning
this to me?
for missing her flight was she just didn't hear it over the loudspeaker. If you knew you were going to the British Virgin Islands for a reality show that you're going to be on, and the yacht starts this date, blah blah blah, like you better like all hands on deck. So, like, get ready for your flight, be at your gate, like. I don't know. Maybe they did that for the show. Maybe she honestly like missed a connecting flight, but she does seem kind of like the type that'd be like, "Oh my god, I didn't even hear it over the loudspeaker 10 times." What?
I definitely think that she's still on some of her parents' hippie vibes and was smoking some weed before.
Probably to mellow herself
Which is why
out.
she did not make that flight.
The flight.
Like,
Yeah,
she
when
was definitely high.
Yeah.
It seems like she's high in every scene. I don't know. Is it just
like,
me? She's like very spacey.
Yeah.
Which, you know,
Could
whatever,
be the way she's brought up,
to
you know?
each his own, but I don't think you should be
Right.
doing it on the job.
Well, and
But-
she said she has a gypsy soul, which I can see posing some major problems
with
coming
Kate.
up with Kate.
Because
Yeah.
Kate is OCD. She's type A. She needs everything particular, as one should, who's running, you know, this whole
the interior
operation
of the yacht.
Yeah. But yeah, I feel like they're gonna clash.
They are. Like, the meeting, you know, right off the bat was good. She's really pretty. And it also kind of sounded, Kate was like, damn, she's a
Into
knockout.
her.
Like, great
Yeah.
tits, great hair, great smile. So I was like, okay, maybe Kate's going to, like, start to
really
feel
like her.
for Sierra.
Yeah.
And then they're going to hook up and it's going to be weird. But then we found out, you know,
Yeah.
Sierra is not into girls.
Yeah.
She's strictly guys.
Strictly Dickly.
That's a good one, Angela.
Strictly Dickly.
Yeah. So, yeah. So if anything, it would go the opposite way, and I think Sierra's gonna be too laid back.
Yeah.
And like, oh,
Yeah.
I didn't make the bed right. Like, you know, something
and
like
it's
that.
gonna be like, just chill out, man.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. And then Kate's
Peace
gonna
and
go
love.
ballistic. Yeah.
Yeah.
But she is very pretty, and she had the eye of Trevor and some of the other guys. What did you think of the way that Trevor was talking to her in the alleyway when they were cooking, and he was kind of alluding, like making comments about
He
her
talked
breasts
about her
falling
boobs.
out.
Yeah, he's like, your tits are gonna fall out. Like, if a guy said that to me without knowing me,
yeah, on day
ew.
one.
Yeah, like, goodbye, stop staring
And
at me,
saying
you
smile
freaking
at me,
perv.
smile at me. I find that really creepy.
Yeah.
And it's actually sexual harassment.
It is, yeah.
I mean, nobody
totally.
wants to be the person that bitches about it right off the boat, but like, but
Good one.
but yeah, I mean, I just thought it was really inappropriate.
Oh, yeah.
Especially because he's in a
Total
senior
creeper status.
position.
Yeah. But I think with that, God, there are so many parallels between him and Brian from Below Deck Man.
Yeah.
With that seniority, he's like, well, I can do and say whatever I want. Like,
Yeah.
blah, blah. I think that's totally what he's thinking. But yeah, definite sexual harassment, just creepy, gross,
Yeah.
like slimy.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Like, he's a creeper.
Yeah.
I don't even want to
He's
know
that
what he
fly
does
in your house
behind
that you
closed doors.
can't kill.
Yeah.
Like, it's just there and you're like, ah, get away.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. So yeah, I thought that was really inappropriate. But then we basically get to see these wonderful charter guests.
Yeah,
who
they're-
are friends from Instagram.
Yeah, so they're all like social media influencers and do all that's how they made the mega bucks or whatever on social media. They're literally stuck in their phones,
Phones like the entire time.
If we were to do
we
the
should just do the show
yeah.
like this, Maddie. This is how
Oh
the
my God.
show is going. But in
Like-
my opinion, okay, is it just me
It's our
or like
society.
you meet your friend? Doesn't meeting your friends on Instagram mean hashtag you have no real friends?
Yeah. I mean, if you can't meet friends in person, like make friends and have a conversation in person, but you can do it over, you have some social
Yeah,
issues.
it's
I
just
think.
like really weird.
And they were all meeting for the first time on this yacht,
Yes.
which, okay, I'll
Wait,
take
good
that.
point. Yeah, they were meeting for the first time on this yacht.
yeah.
It's not like they became friends.
Yeah, exactly.
It's almost like I feel like the lead charter guest was like, I, have gotten the opportunity to go on Below Deck.
Yeah.
And like, who wants to come? Like, who has the biggest social media following? And we
Following?
can all
Yes.
go together.
God, Angela is on one today. You totally got that. Like, whoever
Don't you
has the
think?
biggest following, you're going to be my charter guest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she just like wanted these people to hang out with her.
Yeah.
It was really weird.
Yeah, and she's married with kids, which I was like, oh shit,
Yeah,
wow. But
it was
so
all
the
really
charter
weird.
group is,
And the one girl was like taking off her top, and the girl was like videoing her.
it's just odd.
It was just really weird.
Yeah.
It seemed very forced to me. I don't
Yeah.
know. But anyway, they seemed nice enough as charter guests.
They're good for
They're
now. They haven't caused
appreciative.
any
Yeah.
problems or anything. They're very happy with the service.
The
and so,
food looked so good. Again, it looked like
Ben.
really good and healthy and delicious.
The food game.
So yeah, that was definitely good. What was I gonna say though about
charter guests?
Yeah, I can't remember.
Social media.
Oh, so they did the social media dinner.
Oh yeah.
Which was really
Trevor,
cute.
He pulled a stop out with all naming all the things.
Yeah,
like,
did he come up with all those names? He did, didn't he? That was pretty clever.
What was the emoji one? It was
like hashtag
hashtag browns for hash browns.
Yeah.
What was the emoji one? But it was like
emojis
like that
on
was,
the steak.
That was pretty clever.
That was pretty clever. For those of you that don't know, they kind of say that in the when we spoke to the producer Below Deck Med, she said that in the Mediterranean they don't do those theme parties as much, but the people in the States and the Caribbean love the theme parties.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to see a lot more theme parties this season,
absolutely.
especially more than we saw.
I love theme parties. God.
It's fun to watch them be creative.
Yeah.
Like Kate gets really creative with it too. Like she had the little you know,
which I still didn't understand. I was like, so wait, you like everything you post or you don't post? I was kind of confused.
I didn't really get that either, but it was
yeah.
kind of cute. I guess you would just be like, oh,
thumbs up on the drink.
You're funny. Like I like you.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was cute.
I think their tip's going to be massive.
What did you think, though, about the fact that they specifically asked Captain Lee to come to the dinner? And he was like, I'll
stay for a drink. Not staying for dinner. Like, gosh.
And then he's like, hashtag get me out of here.
He's just too much. Not too much. He's just not my cup of tea. He's very strict, stern, like no fun, no games.
Yeah.
You know, he's not warm.
No.
Like
no.
Captain Mark was.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, he's been doing this for years. He's on the show for 4 seasons. Like he knows what's up.
Yeah. No, I know,
just
but
kind
it's
of
just,
emotionless.
It's like, yeah, but it was funny because at the dinner he kind of seemed like he was into it. Like when he was sitting there, he was like posing with the girls,
right?
And then he's like
turns off.
Yeah, like I don't want to be there.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, it was just kind of funny. Oh, I remember what I wanted to say about forced things that I thought were forced. What did you think of Nico immediately already starting to complain about things? He was complaining about the way that Trevor, like initially, like within the first few hours, he was complaining about how Trevor was talking down to him. He was saying his bed is a coffin. He was just kind of like, have you ever, to Lauren, he was pretend interviewing her saying, have you ever been, on a boat before? Like, ha ha ha.
Yeah. He might be a little bit of a crybaby.
Yeah.
But the whole thing with Trevor, he kind of cleared it with Lauren too. Like, do you think he's kind of talking down?
Yeah.
Like, what's your vibe? And then she agreed. And so for me, that's kind of enough reason to be like, all right, let me just bring this to, the bosun?
Yeah, to Kelly. Yeah.
Kelly's attention.
Yeah.
But yeah, it might be a little bit of a complainer because he's like, if you're the higher up, you should have the higher up bed. And it's like, nah, not exactly, because if you're the higher up, you get first say.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's a little early to tell. I think I've already established I think Trevor is a creeper, but I don't know who's right in this situation, Nico or Trevor. Trevor does seem like he's a perfectionist because he was moving the furniture up there to how many
the boards.
lines.
Yeah, that was a little
It was a little
much.
obsessive, and like he's trying to prove something again, as we said. But
I feel like he's got Caesar's complex, like short man syndrome.
Napoleon.
Yeah, that's it. I always get that one wrong. Well, Napoleon
complex because Napoleon was very short
and just
very psychotic.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I don't know. It's a little early to see who's gonna be
the troublemaker. Well, I think for the deckhands, it's gonna be Trevor.
Yeah.
Interior, maybe Sierra, or maybe they won't have any problems.
I got like a bit of a Danny vibe though from Nico because he was like complaining, and I just felt like maybe trying to force some drama when there isn't any yet. Yeah. Like let it just happen.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to pay attention more so to Nico. I was just so caught up in how awful Trevor was. I was like, oh God.
And he was saying maybe also it's just his sob story was similar to Danny's, but he was like, my dad wasn't around. I lived with my parents. Like I had to, or my mother. I had to start, working at young. And I was like, this sounds familiar. This is so
reminiscent of another Below Deck character.
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see.
Okay. This is just. What if Danny came on to this season? Could you imagine how awful that would be.
Oh my God.
I would be like, I'm sorry, AfterBuzz, I can't do this again.
Yeah.
Not again.
I think that they would just throw him off the boat. I don't even think
Captain
there would be
Lee
a
would be like,
discussion.
no, I saw you on the last season.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Captain Lee would not tolerate any of it.
Yeah.
Oh, and okay, Trevor also took his shirt off while on the job and was showing the girls his tattoos. Extremely unprofessional.
It's so unprofessional. And you got to think, like, does he know that that's unprofessional? Or is he like, oh, okay, no one's going to see me right up in plain sight with my shirt off showing my tattoos? Like,
yeah, I think we do know that he's going to be the problem. But
he's the problem child.
Yeah.
And the funky eyes. Well, we won't talk about that. That's the
yeah.
cosmetic. But anyways, yeah, Trevor.
Everybody just
pay attention when Trevor does his one-on-one
tweet
interviews.
us if you notice anything going
it's just
on.
funky. So, anyways, you know what else I was thinking? What if Ben and Sierra get something?
I could see it.
The storm of brewing between them.
I could see it, but I also could see Kelly and Sierra.
Really? Even though Kelly's got the girlfriend.
He doesn't have a girlfriend.
Oh, Kelly. Sorry, I was thinking Kate. Sorry, no. Kelly and Sierra.
Kelly.
Totally.
Yeah, I know.
I think she's gonna be a flirt.
Is a boy for everybody that doesn't know. Kelly is the gorgeous one with the beautiful blue eyes and beautiful smile and huge.
I think Sierra is
body.
going to be kind of not a skank, but she's going to be the gypsy. She's going to float from thing to thing.
Well, I thought it was really funny for those of you that saw last season that Kate said, "I hope Sierra Storm isn't another Rocky Dakota," because Rocky Dakota was the crazy one that jumped off the boat and was like a cartoon character. She was literally just like, but she also had like hippie parents and was a free spirit, I guess we'll say.
Yeah.
So I think it'll be interesting to see if she's got that crazy wild streak in her too, or if she's just going to be sweet and kind of, you know,
like love
laid back,
and peace
love
and
child.
happiness.
Yeah. But she definitely got the eyes. So I think there's definitely going to be some good hookups. So that will bring us to predictions.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV
Seen the green light?
prediction.
Yeah, it's normally not green. It's usually like red.
Yeah, it reminds me of the Wizard of Oz.
I know.
Oh.
We're going to see the wizard. Okay, so I know it's early.
Yeah, it's
but
super early.
What are some of your predictions?
Okay, so I think this is like way for not foreshadowing but predicting. I think Captain Lee is gonna give away a plane ticket to Trevor.
You do? Okay.
I do. I see that happening. I see
Wow.
Ben and
That's a
Emily.
big statement, Maddie.
I know, right? I see Ben and Emily definitely having some chemistry because they're both from the UK.
Yeah.
They both similar backgrounds.
Yeah.
But I could also see that either going against them.
Yeah.
Or going for them.
Yeah.
Because then they, compare. Even though Ben is very much hush hush about his
it
his
definitely
past.
seems like they speak the same language.
Yeah.
I mean,
they vibe.
Yeah.
So if anything, maybe that'll be one of the first juicy hookups.
Yeah.
And then, Sierra Storm. I think she's just going to cause a lot of drama between crew members.
Yeah.
With hooking up with them and kind of being flirtatious.
Yeah. It's interesting because we also heard that Kelly, because as you know from last season, he was kind of the playboy. He got too drunk numerous times. So he's really trying to impress Captain Lee in this new leadership position as bosun. So I'm curious as to whether he's going to hook up with Sierra because he's not supposed to.
Right.
But I could see it
Is
happening.
that a rule Captain Lee has? That crew members don't hook up with crew members? Because that's
I just
stupid.
think it's like pretty frowned upon. I'm not sure if it's an exact rule.
It is nature. It is natural, people. You can't be pent up
but
in
it just
a yacht.
it can cause drama,
And that's what we love about reality TV.
I don't know. I'm curious. Yeah. So we'll see. I could see that hookup happening. The only thing I think about, I think Ben and Emily might have more of a brother-sister rapport.
Okay.
I think that Kate could maybe hook up with Ben again.
Again?
I think that maybe she'll go back to the
brick.
Maybe she just might go. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. I think it'll be a real test of her relationship with Ro because to see how real it is and serious it is because Kate definitely had feelings for Ben. Like, there was definitely some serious. So I'm excited to see what happens there.
Yeah.
She seems very happy to be like, oh, we're not flirting. Like, I have my girlfriend. But I'm curious once they get into it and they're, you know, weeks into it, what'll happen. And then, yeah, I think you're right. I think Trevor's going to be some drama with everybody. And I'm curious to see what Captain Lee has to do about it. But I'm also worrisome that Captain Lee could take it out on Kelly. Because Kelly is not seeming like he is really strong in his position yet.
Oh, that's because he just started.
Yeah.
But I applaud him for going to Captain Lee and saying, hey, we've already got a semi-issue. How would you go about it? And just Captain Lee's commentary, like, I'm not going to do your job. If you can't do it, then why the hell are you on the boat? It's like, hey, dude, back up. He's just saying, like, hey, there's a very tiny issue already.
Yeah.
It's brought to your attention. I'm going to handle it. But professionally, you know, from one person to another who's been in the industry for years, how would you handle it? You know, it's just kind of like...
I see kind of both sides, though, because as a professional, if you're hired to do a job, you're expected to be able to do that job, not to be learning how to do that job.
Right.
So I kind of feel like...
Well, maybe he's harder on Kelly because he was that Playboy party
I do
animal.
think that's true, too.
You know?
I think if, like, Kate came and was like, hey, I'm having a tricky situation here. How do you think I should handle it? He would respond differently because she's proven herself over the years.
Right.
Whereas I think he's still not sure about Kelly. And I think he's like, step up and man up and figure it out. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. But I also could see Kelly getting in some trouble with Captain Lee. Because Kelly... I think with Captain Lee, you have to really stand strong and be decisive. And
was he in the military or anything in the Naval Academy? Because he's very much like, not dictator-like, but very like, this is the way.
Authoritarian.
It's gotta, yes,
he is authoritarian. So yeah, I think that will be an interesting dynamic to watch for sure.
Absolutely.
But we are so excited for another season of Below Deck, and we are your hosts. I am Angela Struck. You can find me on Twitter at @TheAngelaStruck and on Instagram and Snapchat at Angela Struck.
All right, yes, and my name is Madison Conklin. You guys can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Maddie Says This.
We will see you next week, guys. Bye.
Thanks for tuning in.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.